Okie dokie. Yes, I switched around how we're going to go. I'd rather go through Johnson City and Fredericksburg, just because. Anyway, 56 miles, hour 7, and 295 watt hours per mile. Really? Why would I get 295? I don't know. Anyway, so up on getting out of the neighborhood. I mean, yes, obviously the Highland Lake Boulevard stop sign. FSD did reach out and grab it. Just foot on accelerator, keep it car going, and he'll drop it. Going by the school zone on 1431 for the middle school, FSD saw the sign and treated it as a 35 mile per hour speed zone. Okay. I mean, it's not a 35 mile per hour speed zone. It's only when the school zone's active. Otherwise, it's 50 miles an hour there. Whatever. I mean, at least it recognized the sign. I don't know if that's progress or if that's just stupidity. I don't know. I don't go that. I don't remember it being affecting the car before. But maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know. Anyway, there it at least recognize the sign. All right, so coming up 1431, in the daylight, the car slows way down for all these curves. I mean, at least 5 miles an hour, if not 10. Right? It's like, whoa. With just running just on headlights, there's not anywhere near as much slowdown. I don't know why. That's kind of curious. I wonder if when you go to nighttime mode, if the car's been taught to be more tolerant of not being able to see as much. I don't know. It's just interesting. And then there was a pickup that at first, I mean, we caught up to him obviously, but I thought maybe he was going about my speed, but he pulled out in one of the turnouts. Cool, so that means he wants me to go by. Well, FSD reacted to the brake lights because he's pulling into a pullout. He's slowing down, so he has brakes on, and in fact he'll have to stop if I don't go by fast enough. So FSD in its wisdom is like, ooh, I better slow down a lot. Foot on the accelerator, go. Human driver, put foot on the accelerator. Let's get past this guy. And yes, once I went by him, he slowly disappeared. So I may not be going a lot faster, but at least a little bit faster than him. Anyway, whatever. That's the interesting points. So I'm stopping in Johnson City, not so much because I have to. I mean, I'm 53%, but oh well, he doesn't even show it anymore. Junction's only 84 miles away. It's calculating I'll arrive with 12%. Well, if I'm going to ride with 12%, it doesn't make sense to plug in, does it? Okay, maybe I'll bypass it. But I definitely wanted to stop, take a break. Yeah, let's do that. We'll bypass supercharging here and supercharge when we get to Junction. Okay, whatever. I mean, assuming yes, that looks about right. Okay, whatever. Continue trip. So we're not gonna charge up. Oh, we're getting on I-10 West. Okay. All right, so that's where we are right now. Is we're in Johnson City. I'm gonna go over to the store and pick up something to snack on. Okay, welcome to Junction. 93 miles, an hour 31, 317 watt hours per mile. Total trip so far is 150 miles with 48 kilowatt hours used, 309 watt hours per mile. So shows the part of the cost of going highway speeds in Texas. Normally I'd be happier with around 270, 280. In fact, my lifetime as grandpa is 270 watt hours per mile. So anyway, whatever. From an FSD perspective, let's see, coming into Fredericksburg, it I don't think it knew that the right lane was closed. So I saw the sign, moved to the left, and there was a pickup ahead of me, and brake on FSD off to allow that pickup to get over. I mean, why? Why do I have to do that? But it is what it is. Right? So, I mean, whatever. Peace and harmony. Everything else is cool. So, let's see, I'm at 7% now. So originally, around Johnson City, he was estimating a 12% arrival. And I was running around 8 or 9 for a long time. And probably just as I pulled into the place here, it went to 7. So, I don't know. Don't get caught up in being too optimistic, because it's not going to work out. But at the same time, that's not too far off from the estimate to what actually happened. That's not terribly far off. And as you get closer, you start seeing you're going to have to slow down a little bit. So on I-10, the speed limit was 80. And so I slowed it down. For a while, I slowed it down to 70 because I was behind a RV. And then gradually I picked it up to 77. So whatever, and that's what I arrived with. That's how I arrived. What's interesting is coming in, or coming off the exit, FSD wanted to go around a semi pulling a trailer with pipes. Anyway, FSD saw that there was a small space to ride this trailer, and he wanted to go around the trailer. Hey, the trailer's turning right, dude. So brake on FSD off. No, let's not try to do that. I'm kind of guessing maybe navigation oriented. It shouldn't have, but maybe navigation had already ended. I don't know. Whatever. We're here. We're all in one piece. Yay. Well, you know, it's not just New York. They have it here too. Okay, dokie. Time for a little human break. 57 miles, 46 minutes, 337 watt hours per mile. Oh man, we're burned through the energy, aren't we? Anyway, I was on my way down to Billy Mitchell Boulevard, which should have some more static airplane displays. But first, after I leave here, then I'll go to Leon Springs and fuel up. Okay, so while we're in downtown Junction, there was one spot, for some reason, FSD refused to change lanes. I have no idea why. So brake on FSD off, switch lanes. I don't even remember which direction it was. Okay. I think I moved to the inside lane, but I don't know. Anyway, FSD moved me to the outside lane, so when I moved up the thing and said autopilot, minimal lane changes, which you have to set every time you drive. Whatever. Anyway, FSD moved me to the outside lane. Why? In just over a tenth of a mile, we come up to a bridge that's just 2 lane. So the outside lane that FSD had to be in goes away. Okay, whatever, peace and harmony. The bridge goes over a river. Apparently, Junction had, there's a park there, in South Lano Park. I don't know. I don't know what the name. I don't know what the park is, but so there's a lot of people parked down there, who I'm guessing were viewing the eclipse, and apparently around the courthouse, whatever it is downtown, they had a couple of streets marked off. So I guess they had an eclipse party there. The Lowe's market, they had eclipse shirts, but nothing in XL. Or no, t-shirts in XL. I'm sure the hoodies, I could have found one, but I don't really want a hoodie. But anyway, whatever, peace and harmony. I got one from Johnson City, so it's the same thing. Anyway, where there was someplace. Oh, so this is kind of curious. So I guess usually when I see somebody merging on, I'm probably moving over before FSD takes action. Well, there's this transit van, I think it is, who's merging on, and FSD pops up and, oh, I'm moving lanes to move away from the merge. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. So I've never seen quite that, but there it is. He did take care of it. So on the highways, yes, FSD is much more dependable, much more reliable. The one problem I do have is sometimes I get too close to the semis, which are going kind of slow, and that's throwing off my timing. But anyway, it's fine. Going good so far. All right, welcome to Johnson City again. 78 miles, hour and 22 minutes, or yeah, an hour and 22 minutes, and 292 watt hours per mile. So I am falling off what I was doing before. Which makes sense. I mean, it's just we've had some slowdown. Not on the highway anymore. So I was going towards San Antonio, and the message popped up, said, "Oh, you might want to navigate somewhere else." Well, the one supercharger I was navigating to was the one that actually had open spots. Took another look and like, yep. So the closest place actually was Johnson City. I think they miscalculated, but whatever. So here we are. I don't know. I wanted to say something about navigation. Navigation was a little funky. So navigation I was going on to Lukenbach Road, which turns out it's a gravel spot. So that's kind of weird. But whatever. The car, because it's gravel, no paint, the car is navigating into the middle of the road. It's a 2-lane road. He's navigating in the middle of it. So brake on, ST off. The rest of the Lukenbach Road, I drove by hand, or human driver. Anyway, peace and harmony. Okay, it looks like we're slowly ramping up. For those of you who don't, I don't know, whatever. So when we were in Junction, I noticed like there's a lot of Teslas here, right? Well, that's why in San Antonio is there's a lot of Teslas going through San Antonio. Now I'm at Johnson City. Hey, guess what? We now have a Model S waiting in line to charge up. Although I just ramped up to 154, and this is a version 2. So we are pulling energy. I'm surprised how quickly we are. But wow. Oh, she has a brand new car. Huh, okay. 157. Are you sure it's a version 2? Okay, whatever. 25 minutes. We'll see how it goes. I'm surprised because it's I don't know if there's any open spots here. Yep, it's full. Oh, it's a 250. It's a version 3. You mean I should have stopped here in the first place? Okay, I'm gonna catch up. All those places in San Antonio, they're open now. Which one is this? Oh, this is Cedar Park, isn't it? Oh, it's Bee Cave. What? No, that's 10. Cedar Park. Cedar Park has 5 out of 12 stalls available. But I can't make it that far, can I? I don't think so. Oh, sorry, let's do this. How much do I need to make it home? What? No way. You really think I can make it home with 23%? Well, it's only 56 miles. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. It's always interesting, isn't it? So we'll let them ramp up some. Just for grins, let's arrive with 10%, shall we? Just to make sure. Yes, I know. If I was an out-of-spec person, I would unplug right now and leave right now. How long do you get home at 4 o'clock? Oh, yeah, that's about right. Okay. All right, anyway, there we are. All right, home again. 56 miles, 1 hour, 4 minutes, 239 watt-hours per mile since Johnson City. The total trip was 344 miles, used 102 kilowatt hours, and the average engine was 298 watt-hours per mile. Wow. I guess that goes to show that shortcut, so to speak, really saves some energy. All right, so from Johnson City. So I think I passed 4 different speed zone signs. So most of northbound 281 from Johnson City up to Marble Falls is 70 miles per hour. But for some reason, FSD, when he read those signs, because they're right there, they're in the clear. Oh, that 70 looks like a 60. Another 70 was a 55. And something else, a 65 was, I forgot what it was, 65, 55, I think. He pretty consistently liked it to be 55. Not that any of that was 55. Now, once we got into the older stretch of road that's on the south side of Marble Falls, it could read those signs. It's just on the new section of road, so to speak, he couldn't read those signs to save his life. Okay, use scroll wheel, big deal, get over it. FSD, FSD loves this shortcut. Somebody must really love this shortcut. It's a really stupid shortcut. Broadway then on Avenue H. Okay, that'd be really cool if you could pull it off smoothly. You can't pull it off smoothly. And then once you're on Avenue H, you declare it to be a 25 zone because it's not safe. It's not safe. It's actually 35, I think, but I don't know. But what's the point in taking a shortcut if you're not going to go? If you're going to go as you're making your turn on to Avenue H, you're wasting time. The point of a shortcut is to save time. Okay, so the mix of traffic I'm in, we're doing a little bit faster in the posted speed, just a little bit. So I'm following along because I don't want to get run over. But there is, eventually it turns out there's a white, one of those big Ford vans in front of us, and he's having problems. He's struggling with the curves, he's struggling with the uphills, and then there's several other cars behind him who are also struggling because he's struggling, and it just cascades back. Isn't that just wonderful? Several times I turned my hazards because we're going more than 10 miles under speed limit. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, so on one of the turnouts, maybe Tesla got it. I don't know. There was a VW Atlas, I think it is, a Mega Tiguan. I can't really tell the difference between those two far away. It's not close, but it is following me, and there's a couple other cars following him. So at some point, FSD decides, okay, let's go into the pullout. Now, just like before, he goes into the pullout, he doesn't slow down. He's not doing it for safety. It's more like, oh, this is just part of normal route. But since we're already in the pullout, which tells the cars behind me that I'm pulling over so they can pass me, brake on FSD off. A message sent, as long as we're here, we must let these other cars go by. Okay. The last car of those three was a white Honda Accord. Oh my goodness. He should have pulled out over the pullout. He's going slower than the other two cars half the time. I mean, sometimes he's catching up, but other parts of the time, he's way off. I mean, what's really making a difference is the people way up in front. But whatever. No, this is stupid. And so, I'm lined up. Yeah, I'm lined up to go to the inside lane and leave him on the outside lane once we get in Lago Vista. What does he do? No, he sees that's what I'm going to do. He slams into the outside lane. Yes, indeed he does. Okay, fine. I'll go to the inside lane. As soon as I go to the inside lane, all of a sudden, he can go speed limit. You couldn't do it before. And, of course, there was a Tesla following me. The Tesla decides he's going to follow the white Honda. So my access to the outside lane to turn right is cut off. In the meantime, what is the white Honda really looking for? He's looking for a gas station or something like that. Well, I don't know if he's looking for a gas station. He's pulling into a convenience store that has gas, which is on the inside lane, where you have to go in the inside lane across the road. In the meantime, Mr. Tesla is going, oh, well, yeah, I really like it here right next to you. So I have to slow down so he can go by. Come on. Okay, eventually he moves up just enough for me to get behind him, which probably kind of shook him up. So he started moving. I actually think I saw him at Johnson City, which probably means he was going faster than me, but I mean, whatever. That's not the part that's bothering me. The part that's bothering me is, you pull into a spot and block me out. And it's not like if you're going any faster, Okay, whatever. So I had to do a brake on FSD off to get behind this guy, behind this Tesla, to make my right turn. Yeah, this is all about traffic, man. It's not FSD. What do I want to say here? So there's this little black car. I think it's another Honda. What is it about Hondas today, huh? I don't know. Anyway, I'm in the outside lane. He's on the inside lane. He's not passing me. He's just staying close enough to make it uncomfortable to move over. But I'm going to have to move over sooner or later. Okay, fine. I'll tell you what. Brake on, FSD off, switch lanes. Go to the inside lane. Oh, that woke him up. Then he decides, oh, I'm going to go around you. What's that? You're not going that fast. So he pulls into the outside lane, and what happens at dawn? The outside lane must turn right. Okay. As it turns out, the vehicle I caught up with is one of those big Dodge Ram pickup things with the big jack-ups, lifts, whatever you call it. And this guy is going like, oh, I have to pay for gas. Oh. So we pull up to a red light. Great, stop at a red light. In the meantime, little black car's over there in the right turn lane doing his best FSD impression. You remember what FSD did? No? Okay. FSD would go to the outside lane and then come up to the intersection with Don Drive, turn on his left turn signal. Saying, oh, I'm actually going to go straight. I just didn't think those signs saying you had to get to the left meant you had to get to the left. I thought that was special because of FSD. Yeah, whatever. It's life with FSD sometimes. Okay, whatever. Since Mr. Pickup has to pay for gas, he accelerates so slow, which gives Mr. Black Honda the space he needs to get over. And what's that? Yes, half a mile down the road, there's a cop coming the other way. Of course, I don't think he's Lago Vista or Travis County, but whatever. Where's a cop when you need him to stand up and say, here's your ticket, son. I hope it was worth it to you. Okay, whatever. That doesn't happen. Mr. Ram Pickup probably has his passenger pedaling as hard as he can to generate some battery juice to get some electrical motor to add some more power so he can get up to 50 miles an hour. He finally does. Oh my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. I don't know what is going on today. So there's a part where I'm on the interstate and I have free flow on the US highways, and then there's a second part where I'm going down Texas highways and some US highways that have more traffic on them, and we're going slow, which is why from 3 something I'm now down to 298. Oh my goodness gracious. Whatever, peace and harmony. It turns out Mr. Black Honda, now that he has a line of cars behind him, guess what? He's pulling over in front of his house to check the mail. Just pull into your driveway and then go check your mail. Yeah. FSD doesn't like it when he sees brake lights in his sight. He starts slowing down. And if that car is stopped, he slows down even more. Okay, brake on, FSD off, move the car left to leave room for this guy. I don't know how he's going to check the mail. He must have a passenger with him, right? I don't know, whatever. So from that point on, FSD off. So let's see. Let's try to see if we can recap what's happened today. So in several places, FSD would not invoke. And I don't think, although there were places where he had problems maintaining the autopilot wheel, the grayed out one. In these cases, it appeared like the autopilot wheel was there. He just didn't want to invoke. He also had a problem with I don't know, maybe I put too much torque into the steering wheel, but he would fall out of engagement. So I hit the thing, it invokes, and then it falls off. And of course, then when, oh, what happened to you? Because you're forcing me to put torque into the wheel, even if it's just a little bit, sometimes it takes off FSD. What am I supposed to do? If only you can catch up with Ford and Chevy. Well, your technology is better than theirs? Then why don't they have to put their hands on their wheels? Come on, man. Okay, whatever. It's like some of those guys who reviewed the Mercedes system. What is it? It's a SAE level 3. So they're really impressed that they can play games, they can read books. But what's that? You have to be under 40 miles an hour, right? That's already a non-starter from my perspective. I've been going as high as 80 today. What good's a Mercedes if you can't use your drive pilot, whatever it is? I don't know, whatever. Everybody who makes this kind of software has come up with a unique, meaningful name. What is the NHTSA going to go to every company and say, oh no, you can't use that name, it gives people the wrong impression? What's that? Yes. You're not winning it in court. So whatever. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. All right. So anyway, those kind of things are normal. The mix of traffic is normal. The flood of Teslas flocking to chargers really shouldn't be a surprise. First of all, it's a Saturday afternoon. But second of all those Teslas that are out in Junction, and not that there was a lot, there was only like 5, 6 of them, maybe 7. But if they're all traveling the same way, you're going to get clogged. Right? It's like when I went down to see the SpaceX. I forgot the name, but anyway, when I went down to Boca Chica, not Boca Chica, Padre Island. Coming back was a nightmare. Now, I didn't realize it, but going down, I just happened to get lucky in what I was doing, but going down also had its issues as well. Yeah. So it's almost like when you have these things, Tesla needs to figure out a way to bump up availability, which of course costs money. I get it. It costs money, yes. Okay, whatever. But what I'm supposed to be doing here is doing some kind of wrap up. So, on the interstate, FSD was mostly good. I only came out of one rest stop, so I can't really judge FSD on that rest stop. That's the one where I had to invoke FSD twice. Well, so I'm struggling with what to say. And you know what? I don't want to give him an A. Sorry. The flashing yellows. All right, so there was several different places. Junction had some flashing yellows, which were no big deal. South of Marble Falls had some flashing yellows, which was mixed results. Interesting enough, on one of those, so let me take a guess at this. My guess is the older style, and I don't really know it's older style, but they've been there longer. the flashing yellows that have been there longer, even though they're stacked top and bottom, those seem to work just fine. There was a newer set, an FSD. At first, I thought he was just slowing down, and it was slowing down a bit more than I expected. And I looked down, I was like, it's stopping for a traffic light. Okay. Brake on, FSD off. Send a message saying, this is not a traffic light. Now, I think somewhere there was another flashing yellow that also acted as a traffic light. Okay. So there was that. I don't know what do I have to do? Go document each one? I don't know. I don't get what the problem is here. And I'm pretty sure FSD Tesla doesn't get it either. Okay, whatever. So right there, the grade's a C. Okay, most of the time it was fine, no problems. Actually, I have some things that are in the B that need to be moved down to C, and I have a feeling that this flashing yellow thing really should be a D. Because just like over here at Reed Parks Road, west side, it's like you're suddenly stopping, slowing down. Well, the thing says it's going to come to a stop with traffic behind you. Oh my goodness, no. As soon as that message pops up, brake on, FC off. No, we're not going to do this. No. I don't get why a company that espouses a desire for safety, why they would not want to have safety here. Stopping in the middle of the road is not safe, especially with traffic coming up behind you at 70 miles an hour. That's the speed zone. Forget what they're actually doing. Right? It's like when we get to Marble Falls, I think they've extended. It seems to me somewhere just after the bridge going southbound, the speed was 45. Well, it's not that anymore. It's way up the hill. And I get they probably have a lot of accidents. But well, we'll show these guys. We'll make the speed zones slower. You know what people are doing when I'm slowing down to 35 there? They're flying around me. Now, they can't fly very far because there's traffic just a little bit up the road. And that traffic's going to force everybody to come to a stop, regardless of what speed zone you set. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. That's just craziness. So anyway, I would say surprisingly 1431. I mean, despite what happened this afternoon, the car was pretty stable and was able to handle the curves better today. I don't know if that means he learned better or if something else is going on. It doesn't matter any, whatever. All right, so there you go. The final grade's a C. Onward, upward charge.